So we're about to audition a couple vocal mics to decide what's gonna work on my my next project.
Melanie's beautiful pipes.
Yay! Well,
gonna complement them the best.
Yeah. So we got 5 mics set up here. What are
Five
we?
microphones.
What do we got going on?
We've got the from Australia, the Bee's Knees Arabella, based on a Neumann U47. Actually, it is a Neumann U47, basically. We've got a Neumann TLM67, which is based on an old Neumann U67, also awesome. A Sterling ST69, which is another tube microphone, like the Arabella, and an AKG 414, the good old standard, works well on everything mic, and an SM7, which is also a good old standard, works on all kinds of vocals mics, and it's really good if someone wants to, you know, really perform and feel like they're singing into a live mic. So
awesome.
Sometimes you get a best performance out of this mic, and even though it's not the sound you were necessarily looking for, and that works really well. But they all, all different colors and vocal timbres out of these things. Yeah.
So. I mean musical colors. They are actually, in fact, different colors on the outside too. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you can understand what he just said, then you should probably be making music instead of listening to us do it. Hey, let's try them out.
All right.
I left that town as soon as I could, 'cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods. It was stifling like the summer heat, cicadas round the anxious beat of your dreaming heart. Buzzing, we've got enough like you, go and find something better to do. I left that town as soon as I could, 'cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods. It was stifling like the summer heat, cicadas drown the anxious beat of your dreaming heart. I left that town as soon as I could. Find something better to do, get your head out the clouds, your feet.
Anyway, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Kind of old school sound.
Yeah.
Here's the TLM. I think this might be my favorite. But,
Okay.
I really liked this a lot, actually.
I left that town as soon as I could.
Once I got the preamp set right.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
It's like clear but warm.
Stifling like the summer heat, cicadas drown the anxious beat of your dreaming heart.
Sounds like a record.
But we've got enough like you, go and find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds.
Here's your Sterling, which was my least favorite.
I left that town as soon as I could.
Bright as hell, as always.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Kind of like burst my eardrums.
Yeah.
Stifling like the summer heat.
It does give it that Hunter Hayes edge.
It does, but you can, when you compress that TLM, it will do that. When you actually get it ready for a record. If you compress that one, you're going to go, ah!
Okay, let's look at
AKG, which is my other favorite.
I left that town as soon as I could.
Very balanced. It's still bright, but it's...
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Doesn't have that...
Stifling like the summer heat, cicadas drown the anxious beat of your dreaming heart. Buzzing, we've got enough like you, go and find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds.
Here's the SM7.
I left that town as soon as I could.
Yeah, would it be better without the...
'Cause there's dead-end streets.
You could take the thing off.
Because it felt better to sing into that
The SM.
than it did just sing in. So
But that's because you're up close, right?
I like that.
But if you take that thing off, then you need a pop filter. So then
Yeah.
it negates that whole...
But even
Then
if-
you can't sing up close.
Even if I'm like making out with the pop filter.
You can do that with any of the mics.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
for the record.
Alright. Well, can I hear the Arabella, the TSM, and the AKG one more time?
Yeah, so here's the Arabella. Those are my favorites. So let's eliminate Sterling because
Yeah, and let's eliminate the SM7 because it's
just muffled.
yeah.
Here's-
I think it would be easier to get a good performance on that one, but not to capture it.
Right. So here's the Bee's Knees.
left that town as soon as I could.
Total vintage, smoky.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
I like that a lot, actually.
It was stifling like the summer heat. Cicadas round the anxious beat of your dreaming heart. Buzzing, we've got enough like you. Go and find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds, your feet on the ground. But I knew
That complements your voice really
Yeah.
nicely. And here's the TLM, which is the closest. These two sound kind of similar, actually.
Yeah.
I left that town as soon as I could. 'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
I like the
Yeah, this is a little too chesty, right? Like too rich.
Cicadas drown the anxious beat of your dream.
Arabella's a little more present.
Buzzing, we've got enough like you. Go and find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds, your feet on the ground. But I knew I left that town as soon as I could.
I like this, but it does sound kind of boring to me.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods. It was stifling like the summer heat. Cicadas drown the anxious speed of your dreaming heart.
God, that bees
Buzzing,
just,
we've
I
got
think brings out the
enough
emotion
like you.
best.
Go and find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds, your feet on the ground. But I knew.
Yeah, I think the bee's knees.
I think so too. Man, that's just got some emotion to it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna hear that one more time just to.
I left that town as soon as
I want to try one thing real quick.
Okay.
I want to compress. So my two favorites are, personally, are the bee's knees and the TLM. The 414 being a close third. But that's me. What do you think?
I actually like the AKG more than I like the TLM.
Okay. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna process all of them the way they'd probably be a little more in a mix. Let's hear them like that. And then,
But that unpresses guitar.
huh?
Now that poor D. Oh, he played so well on a DI'd his guitar.
as soon as I could.
All right, here's all of them with compression and EQ on them. So here's the bee's knees.
It's in nice neighborhoods. It was stifling like the summer heat. Cicadas round the anxious beat of your dreaming heart.
TLM.
Buzzing, we've got enough like you. Go find something better to do. Get your head out the clouds.
Oops.
Found it.
So I'm gonna kind of flip between them real quick again. Here's your bee's knees.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods. 'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
That's the 67. And here's the AKG.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
I just think the Arabella wins hands down on all of that.
I don't know. I kind of like the AKG.
Really? I think it sounds really boring. Like, it doesn't flatter your voice in any way. It just kind of sounds like, it's there.
I feel like it sounds brighter and more in your face. Like I can.
Yeah.
I don't know, which I kind of like.
Well,
That thicker sound.
here's thick is the, actually that's the thinnest sounding of the three of them in terms of.
Well, I mean, in terms of like frequency range, but
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
I just like the way that when you sing louder, it softens the transients so you don't hear that. It doesn't get piercing. Your voice
Yeah.
just kind of, it's almost like the mic eats the harshness, but it still
Yeah.
sounds bright and full to me. Whereas the AKG, when you sing loud, it starts to get harsh to me.
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Like that starts to get ice picky in my ears a little, but that's my ears. I don't know. The TLM is beautiful and smoky sounding, probably better for an intimate song, but not good for this.
it's
'Cause there's dead-end streets and nice neighborhoods.
there's not enough top end.
It's too full.
It needs to be a little bit on that. I mean, I'm taking from pop country, so
Yeah.
there needs to be just a tiny bit of almost that ice cream thing happening.
Here's the TLM turned into a U87 with EQ. Check this out.
There's dead end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Now it's a U87. That's pretty much exactly what U87 sounds like. It's got that 10K.
Let's go with the bee's knees, because like.
Between you and me, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
There's dead end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Because if I wanted to brighten that up and compress the shit out of it, I could do that.
Check it out. So that's, I guess the reason I'm picking it is that the AKG,
There's room.
Yeah, there's room to work with. The AKG, if you start compressing it, it might get it's gonna get too bright too quickly, I think.
And there's not low end to work with.
Here's what happens if you brighten up the bee's knees a little.
There's dead end streets and nice neighborhoods.
Still sounds sweet.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound harsh, but it sounds really cut through the mix.
Yeah. Cool.
Bee's knees it is.
All right.
We got a winner.
Yeah.
That dusty morning light could be the end of everything we heard tonight.